Hey, and welcome back to my channel. I'm the faerie-tempest, and this is part 15 of the Black History Challenge, a modified decades challenge that seeks to honor people and events from Black history. So it has been a minute, and I apologize for the hiatus. Life just kind of got in the way, and I'm trying to sort of reorganize things to make sure I can balance everything, because I would love to see this challenge all the way through to the end. We left off last time with Ben Jr. finishing up the first term of his university. I've learned since then that a full class load in Discovery University is very difficult. So we might scale it back after this next semester, because I did sign him up for 4 classes again, and it's hard. It's hard to stay on top of all of that. We are still in the early 1890s, and in this episode, we are going to be spending some time with the OG family back on the farm, and Alma probably has the most interesting life changes to date. So without further ado, let's play some Sims. Let's go. Welcome back to the Coates family. Welcome back to the Dog Chat House and our OG fam. The only changes really from last time, James is now a teenager, so he is growing in his little sideburns here, and he's still in school for now. But when he gets a little bit older, he's probably also going to have to drop out of school to help out on the farm. The only other major changes that I've made to the farm since Cottage Living came out, we do have the chicken coop that came with that pack and our 2 very own hens. So we have Jojo, who is one of the original names that we gave our chicken coop when we first started this challenge, and the second hen is still unnamed. If you would like to suggest some names for our second hen, please put those below in the comments. You'll see that I also added in some of like the mounds. What are they called? Garden patches. So we've got garden patches for our corn and our sweet corn. And then finally, the biggest change of all since the last time we were together is that Alma has got herself a boo. She is officially going steady with August Crawley, and he is an older man. He is an adult-aged sim. He's a bricklayer, but they have a lot in common, you know? Like, he's also creative, he's a good sim, and he's a bit of a loner, which is very similar to Alma's brother, Ben Jr., so I think she just sort of gets along with him, understands him, and appreciates his personality, but also his charisma, because he is a very charismatic man, and Alma is honestly quite similar. So I think it's something that she appreciates in her partner. Although I know some people were shipping her childhood friend David Frazier, you know, sometimes someone comes along and surprises you. So it is Independence Day, and it is also pouring. It is currently a thunderstorm up in here, so we won't be able to have our usual big, you know, barbecue with all of the family, but I do think that Rose is probably going to try and get as much immediate family that's in the area together as possible. So you'll see Sir Ben Jr. has come home from university. He's trying to teach himself a little bit of banjo right now. Don't know how well that is going for him, but he is taken a little bit of a break. I do have this in a different save file just so that this doesn't affect his progress with university, because I have him taking 4 classes a semester, and it's really hard. And if you miss anything, like it kind of screws you over. So so we are doing this in a different save files to prevent anything funky happening. Ben Jr. was born to strum. Should he embrace that he likes guitar? Sure, why not? He can like guitar. I'm all for it. I am all for it if he wants to. Looks like James is going to need a bath. I'm gonna have him take a bath, and while he is doing that, I'm gonna have Rose invite over some family members. So let's invite the Washington family over, as well as the elder Coates siblings, and then I think I'm going to have Alma invite some of her friends over as well. So, well, you know, it's really crappy weather to have a barbecue, but nonetheless, we are going to try because Rose is nothing if not stubborn when it comes to trying to provide a good time for her family. And here he is, the man that I was just speaking of, August Crawley, the Coates' neighbor, as well as Alma's new beau. And he is, I guess, feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now because of the rain. But he seems to be getting along with most of the people in the family. I don't think her siblings have met him yet, so we're gonna introduce the siblings, see if they get along as well. So the different siblings of Rose and Benjamin being so old reminded me that on Saturday, Rose and Benjamin are turning into elders, which is just the most bizarre thing that I've ever experienced. I am not prepared for them to get older at all. I'm not prepared for them to be elders, but such is life. Such is life. And time, you know, time does its thing. it does keep doing its thing. So we're going to keep getting to know Alma's beau, make sure he gets sort of integrated into the family, because, I mean, this is a close-knit family. You know, he's absolutely going to be seeing them very often, and so it's important to me that like the whole family gets to know him and approves. Oh, Willow, why are you so exhausted, Bean? I wonder if we can just maybe sneak a little bit of affection in front of our family. Oh, they're so sweet. They're just so sweet. Just giving our dirty puppy a wash in the tub, and then Benjamin is going to tend his garden, which is his usual routine every morning. Alma, it's time to wake up and grab some breakfast. And Elijah is just out here giving Willow a quick walk because she was feeling quite sad that she hadn't been walked in a while. Let's go home though, and let's make sure she comes with us, because Elijah has been helping out on the farm, and I like that he's watering the plants even though it's raining. Like, okay, so we're going to spray for bugs and harvest everything, and then we are going to also tend this garden back here. Now that Alma is done with breakfast, we can have her collect some of the eggs. It looks like the coop doesn't need to be cleaned yet, and I might have her scatter some more feed nearby. James has also woken up and is getting himself the breakfast that Rose left out. Rose is like still to this day up before everyone else in the house, makes food, and then, you know, heads out for work at the tailor's. So Josie and James are still at school, or still going to school, so they are going to head off. And Alma, let's see, the next chore we are going to have to take care of is the laundry. So we're going to search those pockets and then do the laundry. Elijah is doing, looks like a pretty good job out here in the garden with Dad. We can probably pop inside to repair this sink and grab a serving of that fruit salad. Maybe say hello to the chickens. I love this new addition to the game, by the way. I think it is just the best. Oh, we did get a little bit pecked there by Jojo. So, gotta build up our relationship. James has 2 different tests today. One of them is going to be tough. There's a little time to study beforehand. Should he spend all of his time studying for the harder test or use the time to study for both tests equally? I feel like my approach to this was usually to study the hard test. Oh, dang. All right. Well, he's able to manage a good grade on the difficult test, but the answers for the easy one didn't come quite as easily as he'd hope. He gets a B plus and a C minus. Dang. All right. Well, at least he is still trying hard in school. I think it's possible that he is taking after Ben Jr. in that he seems to be interested in, you know, keeping up with his schoolwork and all of that. So it is good to see that, I must say. So today I have a feeling that we will be getting a little visit from August Crawley. It is probably been about 6 months, maybe 9 to 10 months, nearly a year, that he and Alma have been together. And since he is older, I feel like he would have a sense that, you know, it is time for him to settle down. And I think that he might be coming over to have a deep conversation with Benjamin later on today. Well, Benjamin has invited August to the local saloon to spend some quality one-on-one time with this young man. Or not so young man, I guess, since he is older than Benjamin's own son. So we're just here to have, you know, a friendly conversation, get to know each other a little bit, and see if we can suss out August's intentions with our daughter. Because I think it would be important to Benjamin to sort of size up August in this way. So we're taking advantage of a night on the town this evening to get some free beers and maybe just have a pleasant conversation with August and hopefully get to know him a little bit. We should ask about his day, discuss interests. All right, so we've sat down at this table with a giant candelabra in between us, but you know, why don't we do a little bit of bragging about handiness, and we could also have a deep conversation with August. I think this is going to be Benjamin's chance to really have that heart-to-heart with the man that he feels pretty confident is going to be his future son-in-law. Could express our admiration for August because he is a hard-working guy, and he really keeps to himself. You know, he reminds Benjamin of his eldest son in that way, I think. I think that, you know, if we could get this guy out of the conversation, that this little talk went really well. And I think, you know, Benjamin and August have a very friendly relationship. They have pleasant conversations whenever they get together, and I think Benjamin definitely approves. I would say he does. It's early Saturday morning, and Rose is the first up as usual, pretty much out of habit at this point because of her job. She just gets up before the rest of the household these days, usually followed by Benjamin. Today is Saturday, so it is. This is the day. This is the day that Benjamin and Rose age up into elders. So we will be throwing a little bit of a birthday party for them. And I still need to make that event, actually. So let's see here. All right, we've got our birthday party set to be at the church at noon. And Rose and Benjamin are just enjoying a quiet moment alone before the rest of the household wakes up. We're gonna, let's tell him an inside joke, and I wonder if we can sort of like reminisce on some of our previous adventures. These two have been through a lot together. Gonna have Benjamin throw a little bit of a compliment Rose's way because the two of them have still remained pretty connected all of this time, and it's just such a beautiful thing. I'm getting emotional thinking about them like truly getting old. I'm not ready for it, but here we are. A different sight than usual at our family gatherings. Alma is making food for the family, and I think this is sort of like the turn of the tide, you know? Alma's all grown, her parents are aging up into elders, and she's sort of taking over the jobs that her mother once embraced. And oh man, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. It's really nice though. So, looks like most of the family is here, but we are still gathering some guests. So a lot of the siblings are here, and most of them are congregated inside the church. Oh, look at them all. Look at them all. I never get tired of these family gatherings. Truly, they are so good. We're gonna have Benjamin praise Sim Jesus. Our children are going to stop acting a mess in this church. Looks like Josie is getting to know some of her uncles. Yeah, these would be her uncles. James Ferguson Jr. and Samuel Ferguson are Rose's brothers. Oh, here he is, August. August is here. And he is excited to see this gathering of people. I think we have 3 generations in this church. It might just be 2 though. Oh, little Josie is showing off her violin skills. She's been taken after her mama and practicing the violin a little bit. I love that she is so confident enough to bring out her little violin in the middle of all of this and just feels so confident about it. That makes me so happy. So I was looking to see where everybody is congregating, and it looks like we might have some more people outside than in. So I am going to move the birthday cake outside, and let's get everyone to come out here so we can celebrate. So weird. So that we can celebrate our founder's last birthday. I've tried really hard to keep it together. This is a lot. I mean, we are like closing out an era with these two. So I'm going to have Benjamin blow out the candles first. Oh, there he goes. Happy birthday to our founder, our steadfast and loyal man of the farm, Benjamin. Oh, wow. Happy birthday, Rose. Rose, our sweet and even-tempered, kind and wonderful Rose. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My babies are old. Oh, this is really making me feel some type of way. I think we should dig into our cake and continue to celebrate. Here's a somewhat familiar face. This is Charlotte E. Ray, now Ferguson. She married into Rose's side of the family, and she is the young woman who was the first black lawyer, first black female lawyer in the United States. Oh my goodness! August is professing his undying love for Alma. Oh, and it looks like Elijah is asking for some advice. Sometimes I just get so angry that I don't know what to do with myself. How can I deal with things when I can't even? I'm not sure who Elijah is asking right now, but I think his parents would recommend talking it through with someone. Okay, so it was Benjamin, and we have increased Elijah's conflict resolution. Great. So, oh my god. Oh, August is... he's proposing! He's proposing and she said yes. Oh my god. Oh, that is so wonderful. I feel really bad that David is in the background while all of this is happening, but Alma just got engaged to August. Oh my goodness, which means that in the next episode, y'all, we gonna be having a wedding, and I could not be more excited. We have reached the end of a generation with Benjamin and Rose reaching their elder years, and meanwhile their eldest daughter has just gotten engaged. Why don't we end this part right here and get ready for a wedding? All right, well, with everything that went on in today's episode, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed emotionally at the end. I mean, we have reached the end of an era almost, with Rose and Benjamin getting older, and I loved that August sort of seized the moment of all of this joy happening in one place and decided to use that to propose to Alma. You know, he knows what he wants to settle down, and I am so excited for there to be a wedding in the next part. So, as always, Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe for even more videos coming your way. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.